Okay, in today's video, we are going to test various dilution ratios of the Extra Tough Multipurpose Cleaner Degreaser on these toolboxes and see how it reacts with the metal. I do not know the answer to this question, so I'm really curious. So over here, I'm going to do a 2 ounces of Extra Tough to 30 ounces of water. Right here, I'm going to do 4 ounces of Extra Tough to 28 ounces of water. And right here I'm going to do full strength. So what I want to see is if this metal has a reaction with the Extra Tough. Okay, so that is the 2 ounces, which is a 15-to-1 dilution ratio of the Extra Tough. Okay. This is the 4 ounces, which is a 7-to-1 dilution ratio of the Extra Tough. I'm going to spread that one in the middle. And then this is full strength Extra Tough. Okay, then I'm going to spray over here. It's really hot outside. The sun is blazing. My guess is it's probably close to 100 degrees right now. So this is a really good test to see how the Extra Tough reacts with metal tool cases or toolboxes that are in the back of work vehicles, because you certainly don't want to screw one up, right? So let's just see what happens. I'd say just by looking at it right now, I don't see a reaction. I don't see anything changing colors, turning whiter, etc. But I'm going to spray it off so we can just kind of get a good look at it. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. Actually, I'm going to take and do the camera on a couple of different angles. Okay, so my initial thought by looking at it straight ahead is that the full strength might be slightly too strong. So if you want to get a really brilliant look on your toolbox, it looks like the 15-to-1 is the best choice. So if you look at the metal itself in this 15-to-1 section, it has a type of brilliance to it. So here is the 7-to-1. It also has a type of brilliance to it. And then when you look at the full strength, there's a little tiny bit of fog to that at full strength. It's hard to know because there's a lot of fog on it already. See if I can get a better close-up. See how all this is kind of foggy looking? So it actually looks better than it did. Sorry, let me get a close-up. So I'm being like really super picky here. So this is the close-up of the 15-to-1. Okay. So I'm going to take you to the top so you can see the difference between the clarity of this with the 15-to-1, and then as we get to the top of it, it's going to seem a little foggier. See that? There's oxidation that has happened, or maybe, I don't know, water spots or something like that. Okay, so this is the 7-to-1. And as you see, it definitely looks better, but in this particular case, I still like the 15-to-1 better. I don't know why, it just looks clearer, but I'll try another spot just to see if it's that spot. But see how foggy that is? Okay, and then we have the full strength section. So the full strength section still has a little bit of that fog to it. To me, it's not quite as brilliant. It definitely looks better than it did, for sure. There's no doubt in that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the top of this now. Let's see. I'm going to grab my 2 ounces. I cannot see what I'm doing through the lens, so hopefully this is going to show really well. Let's see. So this is the 2 ounces of Extra Tough. So that's the 15:1 dilution ratio right there. Okay? And boy, that's hot. All right, and then I have the 7:1. Let's go up here with the 7:1 just so I don't cross them. Okay. You see that? 7:1. That's 15:1. And now I'm going to take the full strength bottle and I'm going to put it right here in this section. So on this one, you see where it's bubbling a little bit? That means it's having a reaction with the metal. Versus over here at the 15:1, you don't see any type of reaction. You see that? And then back here, that's the 7:1 back there. And then there's full strength. Okay? So, let's get a faraway look here. Anytime you use Extra Tough on aluminum, I would always do a small test. This is kind of a large test, but I would do a small test and see if you get the results that you're looking for before you just start squirting the heck out of it. It's just my suggestion. All right, so I'm going to take my pressure washer here. Okay, I'm not sure why the side panel did not give that white spot like it did on the top, but you can see that the other dilution ratios, the 7:1 and the 15:1, didn't do anything. Now this little spot right here that you see, I didn't spray any Extra Tough on it. So we'll start right here and we'll kind of work our way through. Remember, this had a sense of fogginess to it before we started. So what we're wanting to look for is, did the fog change? Okay, it may not, I don't know. Or did it make it look a little clearer? Right? Or did it turn it white because it was too strong for this type of metal? Okay, so that was the 7:1 down here. It's really important that when you're using this on an aluminum type of surface, that you check this first, okay? For this reason. And it does state that on their website, to always check on aluminum. Some people actually use Extra Tough to brighten their aluminum, kind of like what you saw right here on the side where it brightened it some. But you just need to know how to use it. Okay. All right, so let's test another spot. I'm gonna pause the camera for a second. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a really good close-up of what this looks like so we can really get a good close-up of the original condition. You can see it's got some issues. It's got some dirt, it has some cloudiness. It's a work truck, right? This is not meant to look beautiful and shiny. It's meant to be used and abused. All right, so again, I'm going to start with the 15:1 dilution ratio. That's 2 ounces, okay, to 30 ounces of water. I'm going to try that over here. Again, what I'm looking for is a metal reaction, right? Here is the 4 ounces, which is a 7:1 dilution ratio. This is my personal favorite for detailing vehicles. This one and the 15:1 are my personal go-tos. I find them to be extremely effective and incredibly safe. All right, and then over here, I'm going to use the full strength. Let me grab that bottle. Okay, so here is my full strength bottle. Okay, and again, this is super hot. The temperatures are insane right now, so it's very possible that what happened to the top was simply because it's so hot that the top metal might be, I don't know, at 150 degrees or something ridiculous, right? So it's important to know that. So as you can see on the side panel over here, where the sun is not directly hitting it, it doesn't have that same bubbling effect as it did on top. I find that really interesting. So again, make sure that you're always checking behind yourself when it comes to non-coated aluminum, unpolished aluminum. All right, so here we go with the pressure washer. Pull the top down because I want to try that experiment again just to see what happens if I cool the top down with water. It's interesting, what I'm kind of seeing on this one, and I'll show you in the camera, is that it seemed as if the full strength ate off a little bit of that foggy stuff. The key might be, if you decide to use full strength, to maybe do 10 seconds and be done with it. So let's try that experiment of 10 seconds and just see what happens. I don't see any major change here, but it does seem to have removed a little bit more crap, but there is a slight bit of fog on there. Hard for me to tell if that was already there. It could be because of the Extra Tough might be just too strong for that. All right, so let's just try right here. We're going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll put that down. I'm going to spray it. It's been more than 10 seconds now. There you go. So it's possible that that happened because the temperature on it was just too hot. Right? I mean, honestly, when you wash a car, you shouldn't be washing it in full sun anyway. This is just me going to the extreme so I can try to help those that want to use this product kind of understand it before they start using it, and how it can be an incredible benefit to their cleaning task. I've been using this product since October, I think, of 2018. And when they first handed this stuff over to me, I thought, what do I do with it? You know? Everyone kept telling me they used it full strength, full strength, full strength. And I thought they were absolutely out of their mind and crazy. So I kind of went on a journey to test Extra Tough to see what it would do on just about anything and everything. And I tried to post some of my experiences for others that may be interested in using this product, so they can kind of learn how to use it through my world and what I've done. So that's the Extra Tough Multipurpose Cleaner Degreaser. You can buy it online at www.georgiameltex.com. So that's Georgia spelled out, and the Mel-Tex is MELTEX.com. You can also find it on www.Extra Tough Cleaners. So cleaners is with an S.com. So it's spelled just like what you see here. ExtraToughCleaners.com. And then there are some Napa stores in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina that carry this on a regular basis and have actually been selling it for 19 years. And this is kind of where I got some of my information on when I first got a hold of this product. I kind of picked their brain on it. So that's with R&T Napa, as well as Tim's Auto Parts. And then Holmes Oil and Auto Parts in Holmes, Georgia also carries it. So I hope this helps, and those are people that have been, carrying this stuff for a long time. So anyway, that's your Extra Tough. Let's take a final look at the metal on this, so we can just kind of see up close. That was the 15:1 dilution ratio. This is the 7:1. This was full strength. Okay. Before we put any Extra Tough on it, it was really foggy like this. So as I go this way, you can see where it made it look a little clearer, and that was the full strength place. So let's go to the other side real quick. Okay, here's the other side. Here's a close-up. This was a 15:1 dilution ratio, which is 2 ounces. Here is the 7:1, which was 4 ounces, and this was full strength. I'll let you as a viewer decide for yourself. And then up here, this was the full strength area that had a reaction. I'm guessing it was the heat. I can only guess that. So there you go, folks. On this metal toolbox, this is how Extra Tough reacts. I hope you guys are having an awesome day.